Hello and welcome. IAs, EEs, TOK, CAS. What does it all mean? The International Baccalaureate Diploma program can be a little overwhelming at times, especially with so many acronyms flying around. Today I'm going to explain everything you need to know about the IB in order to succeed. The IB curriculum is based off of the IB Learner Profile, 10 traits that you will develop throughout your coursework. Different assessments aim to develop these traits. For example, a requirement of your science class will be the Group 4 project. A group project aimed towards analyzing the nature of science and scientific inquiry. This project exemplifies traits of inquirers, communicators, and open mindedness. For other assignments, you are asked to complete a reflection document throughout your process. These tasks will help you develop traits of a reflective student. The six IB classes that you will take fall into six different categories. Group 1 studies in language and literature, such as studying literature in your native language, which is known as your language A. Group 2 language acquisition classes, where you will learn a new language, which is known as your language B. Group 3 individuals and societies, including classes like economics or history. And Group 4 experimental science classes like biology, chemistry, and physics. Group 5 mathematics, which is just your math class. Group 6 electives or the arts. This can be any IB class from any other group. I personally took business management. You will take 3 higher levels or HL classes and 3 standard levels or SL classes. SL classes are taught with a similar difficulty of AP or other rigorous high school classes. They focus on a greater breadth of the subject area, rather than deeper critical analysis into the subject. HL classes are taught like college level courses. They focus on more analytical and critical thought about the subject and go into much greater depth about a few selected topics. Because it's a more demanding, difficult course, an HL student will have to work much harder than an SL student to get the same number of marks. So, what's a mark? A mark is a point towards your overall score for an assignment, or the subject assessments or exams will have a mark scheme, which gives detailed descriptors for how well your work compares to the IB standards. A mark band is a range of points that correlates to a score on a scale from 1 to 7, 1 being the furthest from the IB standards, and a 7 being the closest to their idea of excellence. Each class will have at least one internal assignment, or IA. The IAs have different requirements and formats for each class. It might be an essay, a presentation, or a group conversation. Your teacher for each subject will grade your IA, hence the name internal assessment. Then a few selected IAs from your class will be sent out to a trained IB grader, who will assess how well your teacher grades to the IB standards. If your teacher grades too harshly, the IB will raise you and your classmates' scores. However, if your teacher grades too easily, they will lower your scores. This process is called moderation. For each class, you will also have externally assessed exams. These exams are called papers, and each class has a different number of papers, referred to as paper 1, paper 2, or paper 3, and each one has a different format. It's important to find out early what you will be tested on in each paper. Your exams will be sent somewhere in the world to an IB examiner, also referred to as a reader, who will use a mark scheme to assess your exam for each class. How well you did on your internally assessed assignments. Your IA and your externally assessed exams is totaled for your total score for a subject on the 1 through 7 scale. In addition to your 6 IB classes, you will also take theory of knowledge, complete creativity, action and service, requirements, and write an extended essay. Theory of knowledge, or TOK, is a class that you will take that asks you how to examine how we know what we know, how we perceive the world around us, and question what is truth. You will study ways of knowing how we take in information and process it into knowledge. You will also study areas of knowledge, the way that we have categorized knowledge into subject. TOK is different from your other classes because you do not have an exam at the end of a course. Instead, you give a presentation. Your TOK presentation will be graded by your TOK teacher. You will also write an essay. Your TOK essay will be sent out of your school to be graded by an IB examiner. CAS stands for creativity, like your artistic skills, action as an exercise, and service like volunteering. It's an extra requirement beyond your IB academics to ensure that you're a well rounded student. Don't worry too much about CAS because many of the extracurriculars
Curriculars.
and activities that you already do will help you complete this requirement. The extended essay or EE is a 4,000 word research paper much like a senior thesis. You can write your EE on the topic of your choosing in any subject that you have studied. A teacher at your school will help you with your EE. They will be your extended essay supervisor. Then your EE will be sent out to be graded by two IB examiners outside your school. The people that read your essay may be from a country on the other side of the planet. The extended essay and TOK are graded on an A through E scale, with A obviously being the best score and E being a failure. Then the two scores are averaged and you get a maximum score of 3 points towards your diploma. Even if you get perfect scores in all your subjects, you will not be awarded your IB diploma if you get an E in either TOK or on your EE. So, how do you earn your diploma? All your points from all your subjects and the three possible points from TOK and your extended essay are totaled up. You must have at least 24 points to earn the diploma. The highest possible score is a 45, but there are also a few rules. You can't fail EE or TOK. You can't get any scores of a 1. You can't have any 2s in your HL classes. You can't have more than one in your SL classes. You can't get more than three threes. Overall, you must have at least 12 points in your HL classes and at least 9 points in your SL classes to earn the IB diploma.